Hello everyone, this is your Saxon reteach video for lesson 42. I am just heading to my Bitmoji room real quick so that I can just give you a quick overview of what we did today before we started the activity sheet for Saxon. So we are still working on the letter S. We went over a few sight words. We have see, so, said, and some. And if you'd like to play some videos to go along with these words, if you go into your Bitmoji classroom, you can click on these and they will take you to a video about the word. So this is our S room. You can see I've uploaded the video from yesterday's activity that we did. Today we went in and clicked on this slideshow. It's the same slideshow, but we scrolled through until we got to the pink slides. So we worked on looking at a picture, telling what the picture was. For instance, here you can see a bat. So we said b-at. We know that that word has three sounds, and we tried to sound out what those sounds were. So b, b, a, and t. And then we dragged the picture of the bat to the word in the box that said bat. So we did that as a class today. Just a reminder that if you haven't sent me a video of you reading Stan's Pigs, the decodable reader, please make sure you do that. There is a direct link to a digital version on your dojo that you can access. And if you click here in the room too, it will also take you to Stan's Pigs. Okay. This afternoon, we worked on the apostrophe S. After we came back from lunch, we didn't have time to do it this morning. So we talked about who in our class and what maybe they got for the holidays. One student had a birthday over the break, so maybe what she got for her birthday, or just something that you have in your house that belongs to you. And we talked about this apostrophe S. So at first I just typed Mrs. Hill and I wrote coffee cup, and I showed my coffee cup that my mom got me for Christmas this year. And to show that it's mine, that I own it, that I possess it, I added an apostrophe S. So it's now Mrs. Hill's coffee cup. Raylan told us she got nail polish, so we have Raylan's nail polish. Ahmad has a new computer, which is touch screen. He's very excited about that. So it's Ahmad's computer. And Carmen got a robot dog for Christmas. So to make that hers, we put apostrophe S, Carmen's robot dog. So that was our apostrophe S that shows possession, that shows that something belongs to us. All right, so let's get to our lesson 42. So this is what it looks like. It might vary a little bit. This is the online version, which may look a little different than your paper version, but just make sure it says 42 at the top. We are going to focus today on the uppercase S. Remember that if I'm going too fast, you can pause the video. I don't go this fast during class, but for the video, you can pause at any time, so I do go a little bit faster. So we're going to find all of the uppercase S's in the box down below. If you have blank paper, you don't have this sheet, the next part you're going to want to pause the video and number your paper from 1 to 11, giving yourself a line. So for instance, you would write a number 1 and then draw a line to write a letter on. And we're going to practice our initial sounds with Mrs. Hill's picture cards. So pause the video if you need to do that. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to make my side of the screen bigger so that you can see my pictures. You are writing the initial or beginning sound of the picture you see. Today is practice, which means Mrs. Hill is going to show you the answers, all right, as we go through. On Thursday when we do this, I will mix the cards all up. They'll be in a different order, and it'll be a little quiz to see what you can do on your own, okay? So first picture is a picture of a saw. Write down the letter that says S in saw. If you wrote down S, you are correct. S says S. Number 2. This is an astronaut. Write down the letter, and it's a vowel. We wrote the vowels on Mrs. Hill's fingers again today. A, E, I, O, U. Okay? So it's a vowel, and code it. So you're going to put a breve over it because it's a short sound. If you wrote A for astronaut, and then you make your little, this is when Mrs. Hill says to code it, that's what I mean, to put that breve over top to show that it says and not A. Number 3, moon. Write down the initial sound for moon. Moon. If you wrote M, you are correct. M says mm. Number 4, penguin. Write down the sound that says P. If you wrote or said P, you are correct. P says P. And when you write your lowercase p, and I'm sorry if I didn't say this in the video, but in class today, I encouraged you guys to write lowercase letters for these sounds, okay? And a lowercase p drops below the line. So that's why Mrs. Hill drew her line here to show you that. Number 5, otter. So this is another vowel. Otter. Remember our vowels, A, E, I, O, U. We did a little song today in small group with vowels. A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U. We are the vowels. So which vowel says otter? O. And then we put that breve over top to show that it says like octopus that you see behind Mrs. Hill there. Number 6, light. Write down the initial sound for light. And if you wrote an L, you are correct. L is not one of these letters. It's not an A, not an E, not an I, not an O, not a U. It's not a vowel, therefore it is a consonant. So any other letter, if it's not on Mrs. Hill's fingers here, those are consonants. These are vowels. This is a consonant. Number 7, nut. Write down the initial sound for the word nut. N says N. Okay. Number 8, heart. Write down the initial sound for heart. So if you wrote H says heart, you are correct. Number 9, towel. Write down the initial sound for towel. You should have written T. T says t. Number 10, iguana. This is a vowel that says iguana. I says I, and it has a breve over top of it to show that it says I and not I. And finally, number 11, goat. Write down the initial sound for goat. Another lowercase letter that drops below the line. All right, now let's look at the back. So I am going to go to my second page here. So on the back, we're going to look at the letter, or the word, I'm sorry, that is in the first box. And then we're going to find another word that matches it. So here, I'm going to sound this out. I'm going to write the letter bigger for you as I sound it out. So I see So I have st. I have that blend st, stop. So I'm going to look and see if I can find stop over here. I'm going to do this one for you. So I see, that's sp. I don't want sp. I want st. So let's see. Oh, here, stop. Stop. There you go. Okay. Let's look at the next one. Sp, in. So I have that blend. Sp, I. And there's your sight word in. See that? Sp, in, spin. So I'm going to look for another word that says spin. I'll let you find that. And if you need a moment, remember to pause the video. Number 3, Let's sound this one out. I see l, a, like apple, s, t, last, last. Find the other word over here that also says last. And finally, number 4, slip, slip. Find another word over here that says slip. At the bottom, I'm going to circle the sight word. You say it. I'll give you a chance to say it, and then I'll say it, and you can see if you're right. Ready? 2. Him. In. It. I. Okay. So those are your sight words. That is your Saxon mini lesson for number 42. Please be sure to send me pictures of the front and back of your worksheet so that I can give you credit for it. And then make sure to check out the Bitmoji room if you'd like to do any more of our phonics activities.